Hi people, welcome to Chess 24/7 and you are encountering another online chess blitz video. I am playing with white pieces and let's go for e4. Okay, so my internet was a bit slow I guess. Yeah, so e4. Okay, we have knight c6. I'll try to keep my opening a bit flexible. Knight f3 and we have e6. I'm anticipating d5 at this point. Anyhow, I'll play d4 and d5 we have. Now I can play knight c3. I can capture also. I can play e5 also, but I'll play knight b to d2. I think this is the better move, I guess, here. And we have knight f6. I love to play e5 here, but I'm not really convinced with the idea because after e5, my pawn on e5 can become a target of attack, and I don't want to capture on d5 myself, so I'll just defend it. But I think knight b4 is an idea I have to be careful about at this point. Okay, so he's capturing on e4, and okay, this is strange. He thinks he's going to win that pawn on d4, but that's a mistake because I can capture on f6 with check. Doesn't matter how black recaptures, I can safely capture on d4 because queen takes d4 is not possible, and which is why he saw that, and which is why he's playing e5 check. Now I can defend and protect my knight simultaneously with bishop e3. Okay, so now I would love to play knight f3, but I think the better idea would be to play knight b5 and kind of invite my opponent to capture on b2, because then knight c6 check is knight c7 check will be devastating for black. A6, I think he saw that idea, which is when I'll retreat my knight to c3. And we have f5 with the idea of f4, I guess. I don't need to worry about f4, I'll just castle. And f4 it is, I'll just retreat. But the problem is black is down a piece here, bishop e7. His pawns are not, the pawn on e6 is a weakness. Any which ways, because e7 has been played, bishop e7, I'll play rook e1, hitting the queen on e5. And we have queen f6. And now I would love to develop my queen. I think queen f3 looks a beautiful square for the queen. And black has castled. Now I'll play my other rook to d1, because now I'm controlling the open file with my rook. And we have b5, but this is a mistake because he's losing his rook on a8. And he resigned. Let's go to the analysis board. So we have e4, knight f6, knight c6, knight f3, e6. I was anticipating d5, which I saw, and I played knight b d2, knight f6. Now I can play e5, but then the problem is the e5 pawn can become a target of attack with f6 in the future, which is why I wasn't convinced with pushing e5 at this stage. So yeah, knight d3 and bishop d3, d takes c4, knight takes c4, knight takes d4, which is a mistake. So black thinks he can win a pawn on d4, but that's a mistake, because after knight takes f6 with check, queen takes f6, I safely captured the pawn, and if queen takes d4, then bishop b5 check is coming into picture, and I'm winning the queen. So he saw that queen e5 check was played, bishop e3 developing and defending simultaneously, c5, I don't know why, b5 inviting my opponent to capture on b2. This is a poison pawn, because after this bishop knight c7 check is devastating for black. So after knight b5, a6 was played, knight c3, f5, white castles, f4, bishop d2, bishop e7, rook e1, queen f6, queen f3, castles, rook at d1, b5, and he losses, rook on a8. So yeah, that was for the day. If you like this video, please hit that like button, and if you haven't subscribed to the channel, then subscribe to my channel.